Okay, moving on to topic 2, which is Heize, Wish and Wind.
Or just Wind, I don't know.
So on Wikipedia it's called Wind, but on Spotify and on iTunes it's Wish and Wind. So I'm calling it Wish and Wind. The first track is Jenga featuring Keiko, and it's pretty much what you expect from Heize. It's like very jazzy R&B. The music video is a continuation of the last with the bear, and it's still weird, and I don't know what the hell is going on. But it has a really cool piano bridge, and Keiko featured very well in it. Those are my thoughts.
I've been deliberating, very...
Oh, is this one of the ones he's disappointed on?
No. I've been deliberating on whether or not this is my favorite Heize song.
Oh, okay.
And this is my favorite Heize song. That's saying a lot, because just as a general sort of thing with this album, it's not what I originally fell in love with Heize for, because what I originally fell in love with Heize was just a lot of her more upbeat, rapping stuff, like what she did with the 2 songs that she did with Dean. But... I feel like she sort of made a conscious decision to go trend more towards the jazzy R&B. Maybe that's because of an influence of her being so popular off of the Goblin OST and going towards that indie sort of. And I guess it's more marketable in Korea, but I thought it wouldn't like it. But surprisingly, it works so well for her voice. And again, the production of this was so amazing. She's going for she's going for that jazzy vibe, and that touches all aspects of the song and the visuals. So with the music, there's parts of the chorus that are just slightly off time. Like jazz is just so archaic and it plays around with time signatures. Yeah. So, and with the visuals, it's in the 4:3 aspect ratio, and she's dressed up in these old sort of 30s, 40s sort of Billie Holiday type outfits, and she has the old school mic. And not only is it a 4:3 aspect ratio, but the corners around it, so it's a really old sort of cinema type of feel to it. So again, there's just everything about this, the song and the music video is just oozing with sort of personality, and it's Heize. It's so identifiably her music, and I love it so much.
Yeah, I think the song's got a really strong concept of being sort of again using the sort of jazz influences makes it sort of timeless and classic a feeling, but at the same time it feels super modern and I guess trendy, I guess. But then again, throwback's in right now, so it makes sense. Her vocals were really good as always. And I also thought Keiko's rap was pretty good in this as well.
Yeah.
So
I thought the feature was just gonna be but it was done well.
Yeah.
Yep.
My only gripe is it's called Jenga.
Yeah,
but she's sitting on Tetris blocks.
Oh, well, I didn't even know she was sitting on Tetris blocks.
That's a screenshot I grabbed for the slideshow. She's sitting on Tetris blocks, not Jenga blocks. It pisses me off so much. Ruined 0 out of 10.
So it's not your favorite song, it's your least favorite song.
No, it's still my favorite. It's still my
favorite song. It's your least favorite music video.
Yeah. No, it's hard because I love the music video so much too, but that one detail is just why? How hard could it be to find Jenga blocks?
Yeah. I mean, they're not hard to make. They're literally just pieces of wood.
Yeah, it's literally just pieces of wood that you pull.
Straight blocks of wood. There's nothing... But Tetris blocks are more annoying to create than Jenga blocks. Okay, moving on to But Are You? Which, starting off just right away, I'm telling you, is my favorite song. So this is a piano ballad, but she's half singing and half rapping, and it's really chill. And then during the first chorus, they add a bass line and percussion, and it makes it even more chill. And then they add guitar later, and then it just ends with nothing but piano and her humming again. It's just I just really like all the way this song builds and then cuts out near the end. Definitely
I'd say this one wasn't as memorable as the others, and that's kind of nitpicking when it comes to Heize because it's still a good song. And yeah, I love the guitar solo at the end. It's kind of John Mayer-esque and how intricate it is, so I appreciated that part of it. But yeah, I don't know, yeah, I don't have much else to say about it. It's pretty standard Heize, at least in my eyes.
I thought it was really good. I guess what I look for in Heize is something that's really good for study music. It's just chill and laid back, but with really nice vocals and stuff.
Yep.
that's pretty much what I got out of this. Is again, like Andrew said, it's what I was expecting, but that's not a bad thing. I was looking for something like that. So I also really enjoyed this song as well. I think it's really good, and it's something that'll probably be appearing on my playlist.
Yep. Next is Didn't Know Me. This is just an acoustic guitar ballad. This one didn't stand out too much to me. Also, so like, the song is good, but it didn't blow me away. But the music video is just like a super generic drama music video.
Yeah, I didn't like the music video that much.
They did like not try at all with that one, in my opinion.
Also, like, no, one part of the music video that kind of ruins it for me is when they start like fighting or whatever, or like she's like crying on the floor. You could see on the TV they're watching like UFC or something like that.
I was gonna say, I noticed that too. I was like, are they watching like a fighting match? Like, it's so weird.
I know, there's like random details. Like there's like freaking like they have like Oreo O's in like the...
Well, no, it's not. That's Oreos in Korean. It looks very similar to Oreo, which is like a pretty cool thing actually, since the symbol for O is a big O with the...
Or no, apparently no.
The O symbol under it.
Yeah, so apparently it's like Oreo O's is gone everywhere else but in Korea or something like that.
Oh yeah, you can get Oreo O's in Korea.
Damn, too bad. Oh, I can't eat it anyway.
But no, yeah, I did notice both of those things standing out in the music video. I was not a fan of this music video. The song's okay.
I was not a fan of the music video, but I love the song because when you really think about it, this is just kind of a female version of something Taeyang would put out. Like, just a really emotional sort of ballad in a way. And even the chorus, like, straight up, you could put Taeyang's voice on it and it'd sound exact. So I loved it. And again, and the music video didn't necessarily deliver, but the song, I believe, more than made up for it. So, yeah, this was one of my favorites, surprisingly.
Yeah, I like the song a lot. I think I can definitely see your like comparison with like Taeyang. It's like him, but like if you like turn him into a girl and then like make his voice a lot more like understated and gentle.
Yeah,
I guess that's what you'd get.
Yeah, basically, it's just understated female Taeyang in a way.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know. Again, it's more of the same, but in a good way, I guess. In my opinion. Again, like all these kind of songs I like. I always look for sort of like chill songs from Heize because like there aren't really that many artists right now who do a lot of the non-hype and like sort of chilled back songs. There's Heize, there's Bolpalgan Sa, there's IU, some Taeyeon stuff, like, so yeah, I really liked it, so yeah.
Yep. Next is Didn't Know Me. Oh no, sorry. Next is Wish You Well.
Wish You Well with Daebak.
Yep. Which
this is more like her stuff with Didnt.
Yeah, I was say this is like Heize R&B, lots of electronica sounds. And then Daebak, who kind of fills that Dean role, which I really like his voice. I wish they sang together because I think his voice is higher than hers, which is like a really cool.
I think he's the producer for most of the songs on here, so I wouldn't be surprised. Okay. I wouldn't be surprised if he tracks some of the vocals or something like that. So
yeah, well, I just noticed like all of his singing parts were like really high and like close to falsetto and stuff. Yeah, but yeah, I thought he did a good job. I really like this song.
Yeah, really, like I love the beat and everything. Just great instrumentation. It really just like it's so Heize and yeah, like It's cool. Not too many people ever get their like producer to feature on their like actual like album or whatever. Yeah. So I tried looking into like what other music he's done, but I don't know like much of the other
I haven't heard of him before.
Yeah, but it was a solid feature too. So
yeah, this one's pretty good. It reminds me of like more like a laid back like Angeli, like something like that. I thought it was really good. Also, like actually when he first started singing, I was like, "Oh, is this Dean?" Because I wasn't actually paying attention.
It was similar to Dean.
So I looked at the track and I was like, "Oh, it's this guy, whoever he is." So,
yep,
yeah.
Next is Wind, which is just a like cool instrumental piano interlude with some wind sounds. Surprise, surprise. I liked it.
Oh, I loved it. I loved it. You know me, I'm a sucker. Ever since Your Lie in April, I'm a sucker for anything like classical piano. And there's a surprise for a 1:33 like long track. There's a surprising amount of like movements and like tempo changes in it. So it's such an intricately well done like setup for Mianhe, which is the next song. So yeah, it works so well. I love it.
Yep.
Yeah, it's nice. I want like a 10-minute extended version.
Yes, please.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love this
agree.
and like the entire instrumental thing, right?
I agree. And finally, we lead into Mianhe, which means sorry in Korean.
Sorry.
Or I'm sorry. This is another like what we'd expect from Heize, but she gets back into rapping more, which is nice. There's like a pretty decently long rap verse. But I like barely could pay attention to the song because the music video is so weird and creepy and scary.
But that's what makes it my favorite music video, because it's just so weird.
It's
like
terrifying.
So for those that haven't seen it or just need some sort of explanation for it, the whole concept of it is Heize is basically a robotic AI sort of weird android thing. And I mean, it works perfectly, because if you look at Heize, like sometimes her face is just so expressionless that you could...
Yeah, she is very expressionless.
Like, yeah, it like you could be convinced that she's a robot, and like her hair is so goddamn straight you think it's like a wig or something like that. So I loved like the weird creepy vibe of it, and like it did a good job of like with the cuts that they did cut back and forth between like Heize, like actual Heize sitting in like a chair or something like that, and then cutting to like a robot or like the fake
body.
Yeah,
like
it was so
body cut
creepy in that
half
way.
with
And
her
then
face CG'd on it.
yeah, and then there's some parts or like there. It plays into the music as well, where like there's some part of it where like it glitches out or like it skips for a bit. So like again, I love that, like tying the music video to like the elements of the song, and also towards the end there's a green ASCII text when they like do like all the credits and that sort of thing. So
they do.
This was my favorite music video of all three, because it's just so creative. Again, I love it, and no surprise, it was DigiPenny that did the music video, so that explained.
Yeah, if you're on a budget and you want something. If you're on a budget and you want something
this wasn't
really cool,
not. This was like high
DigiPenny.
budget though. There's like a lot of CGI and stuff in this. So like
I don't know.
like
Typically,
weird robot-
DigiPenny is hired when you don't have a huge budget and you just want a really cool music video.
Yeah, that's why I was surprised to hear it was DigiPenny. It makes sense about the weirdness of it, but I didn't think it was him because I felt like this music video is much higher budget than he normally does.
I feel like we're gonna get robot Heize, like she's gonna have robot Heize perform instead of like kind of like friggin' Mama instead of her like one day, and we're not gonna know the difference.
It's terrifying.
Next time we see her, she'll be dressed like Android 18 from Dragon Ball.
I'd be fine.
Yo,
with that.
if Heize cut her hair, she would look.
I was gonna say she has the straight blonde hair right now. It's just too long.
Yep.
Yeah, if she cuts her hair, she would be Android 18. And and everyone knows Android 18 is the best. I don't know. I mean, most people would say Bulma, but I like Android 18.
Launch all the way. Bipolar, crazy lady.
Dude, Launch. Toriyama forgot about Launch, and then she was never.
I know, it makes me
again.
sad. She shows up in like the very beginning of Dragon Ball Z after being in all of Dragon Ball, and then he just ceases to exist once they go fight the Saiyans.
People asked him about her, and he's like, oh yeah.
Oh really? He like literally
legitimately
forgot she existed.
Oh my god,
that's sad. Okay, Jake, if you want to talk about the song.
Yeah, actually, I think this was probably my favorite on the album. Actually, I like this one a lot. The instrumental, the vocals, the tempo, stuff like that. I think it all worked out pretty well. It's hard for me to describe this like genre of music. I feel like I don't know why.
It's
chill
like
AF.
It's an indie track,
chill
basically.
AF. Yeah, chill indie music. Okay, overall ratings for me, 5 out of 6 for music. I really liked all of the stuff, but it was what I expected for the most part. Yep. Nothing blew me away. 2 out of 3 for the concept, because the Didn't Know Me music video disappointed me, and I liked the other two. And a 1 out of 1 because Heize, so an 8 out of 10 for me. Going back to the same rating I gave all 3 albums last week. 5, 2, 1.
I gave it 5, 3, 1. Like, I know it's weird for me to like harp on the
A
second
whole music video and then
But-
give 3 out of 3.
But I just like that. Just like it's only like a slight mark off of just like how much I love Jenga and Heize music videos. They're just so creative. Like I love like all of Heize's music videos are so creative, and I love that aspect. I love the visual aspect of her music as well. So yeah, that's why I had to give it a 3 out of 3. It's just so weird, and I love weird, and so like avant-garde, like crazy nonsense, but. And also, like, her outfits and all that sort of stuff. But I only gave it a 5 out of 6, I guess, just because, like, one of the songs just didn't stand out to me. But again, it's still so good. It's like Heize just has, like, a ridiculously high bar that she sets for herself whenever she releases music. So, 9 out of 10.
So me, I went the same way that Nate went. Basically for the same reasons, actually. Like, I liked all the songs, but none of them, like, completely blew me away. I wasn't, like, listening to it on repeat or anything like that. But this is definitely going to be one of my go-tos for when I'm studying in the next few weeks. And for concept, I liked all the music videos. The second, Didn't Know Me, didn't really blow me away, obviously. Like you guys were talking about before, it was, like, just, generic. But the other two were really cool. And yeah, obviously bias point because I really like Heize. So,
yep.
Yeah.
So,
Average out to
8, 9, so an 8.
8
doesn't get the shiny.
Oh, come on, guys.
Nope. That music
Andrew's
video.
the high bar today.
Blame the music video. Well, no, I think he won't be for the next 2 because he said he had 2 of them that disappointed him, and the first 2 he liked a lot.
Stop
so
spoiling your
spoilers.
shit. Come on.
Spoilers. Andrew's not gonna like these next 2 as much. We don't know how much. For all I know, you're gonna give NCT like a 2 out of 10. So, it could be really bad, or it could be like, it's a 7.
The music video I thought was okay, but man, there were some parts where they're doing the choreography in the field where I feel like the oversaturation sort of made the picture too grainy, and it looked like it was like in like 180p or something like that. That really bothered me. But other than that, the visuals I think were nice.
Yeah, it's because of the way it handles like color data and